What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today I got 21, however you pronounce it, epic facts about Clash of Clans, and some of them have to do with just Supercell in general, others have to do with the players of Clash of Clans, and others have to do with YouTube. So of course all of it does end up relating back to Clash of Clans. Now I love doing these type of top 10 videos. No one else seems to do them, so might as well do them. And of course, let's get started. Number one on the list is of course Supercell themselves. Now, they are founded in Helsinki, which is something I can't pronounce, Finland. So basically they're a gaming developing company in Finland, and they made two very popular games known as Heyday, Boom Beach, and of course the most popular of them all is Clash of Clans. And they make, believe this, they made $1.7 billion in 2014. That's almost $2 billion. Now you're gonna get even more shocked. Continuing on from that, according to investors, they make a total of $5 million a day from just people spending money on Gen. SoftBank decided to invest in them seeing this, and guess what? After this, their company is worth at $5.5 billion. That is one expensive company. Moving forward is of course a very famous player who is famous for being very controversial. Now they say you can't really get addicted to Clash of Clans, but you do play it at a consistent rate. So Clash of Clans, Supercell's biggest concern is that they don't want anyone, the average player, not anyone, obviously there's going to be people who are going to be super addicted, but they don't want the average player to be addicted. They don't want it to be like Farmville. They want to make it so you pop up onto their server every once in a while, check what needs to be checked, talk a little bit, attack in clan wars, and you just be active too long, but they don't want to take away all your time because all of a sudden people are going to be controversial and complain. Alright, so now that I managed to confuse the heck out of you guys, basically Georgie Io is this extremely addicted player at one point, and he was the top ranked player in Clash of Clans. Some still consider him the best Clash of Clans player of all time. This is what he did. He spent 6 total months playing Clash of Clans on all 5 of his iPads, and he barely got any hours of sleep, but he just continually played one iPad, switched to the next one, raided, did this, did that. This year was a hit for them because of good old Super Bowl ad. Now, who would have thought that a mobile game would ever be able to invest their money into a Super Bowl ad, but they did, and I'm going to assume it helped them out quite a lot because it is the most viewed Super Bowl ad of 2015. That is pretty epic. Like, to this day, it's the most viewed ad of the Super Bowl, well, at least the last Super Bowl. I'll admit, that's something. I never thought a mobile game would be able to get up there and be able to invest that. It's usually the car companies and the huge businesses, but Clash of Clans, guys, we got... Not only do we have this epic ad, but we have an epic actor in it, and he's about to revenge the heck out of someone. So it doesn't get much better than that. Fun fact, moving back a little bit to the Pekka, the most famous troop. Now, when I first started Clash of Clans, I was obsessed with this Pekka thing. I didn't think it would be so stupid as it is. I thought it was the most epic thing ever. And I'd go on YouTube and I'd always search Pekka attacks and all this other stuff because I was, well, obsessed with it. And a lot of noobs are as well. But where did it get its name, and what exactly does this name stand for? So it took a little bit of research, but I was actually shocked that I didn't know this, but the Pekka was named through Facebook, and we named it, us, the players. They literally asked on Facebook, what should we name this next big troop that's coming out? And they had a bunch of people, and they eventually picked this one, Perfect Enraged Night Killer of Assassins. That's what Pekka stands for. Wow, that's what freaking Pekka stands for. I had no clue. Now, moving on to number 13 is, of course, the best Clash of Clans YouTuber, and that is, of course, Ion Clash. Leave a like if you agree. That's such a pointless fact. But anyhow, I needed something to get at 21, so help me out here. Give me that like. Number 15 or 14, something along those lines, I'm losing count at this point, I'm just doing this off the top of my head, is, of course, the updates, and I believe update 2.4? Yeah, must have been, yep, 2.4. So update 2.4 was released in, now I gotta check my stats, hold up a sec. Alright, okay. So update 2.4 was released in August of 2012. Now this was probably the second biggest update in the history of Clash of Clans. Guess what was released? The update log was so long that you'd literally have to scroll and scroll just to see how many things were just added on. Things, hit points were changed, troops were added, and of course the biggest thing, spells were added, the 3 spells that we see today, and that made one of the biggest differences in the game. It basically polished the game and made it what it is today, and that it's one of the biggest updates ever. Number 15, yeah, is of course version 3.1.24, so this is where I get into some of the updates and stuff, and this was the biggest update in history for Clash of Clans. This is where leagues came out. They once again did a billion behind the scenes things. If you want to search up version 3.124, feel free to look at the whole update log. I am not going to be reading that off to you. But yeah, it was the release of leagues, and leagues now play a huge role. It was basically the invention of pushing, and pushing plays one of the biggest roles. We got top players now, we have people revenging and getting trophies, and that's just huge. Number 17 is just special because it was the release of Town Hall 10, also known as the Fury Fortress, and that was known as version 4.14, released on the 23rd of May 2013, so about 1 year after the game itself was released. So when it was originally released, there was a Town Hall 9, and that's as high as you could go, but then all of a sudden came Town Hall 10, and as you can see, the hype right now for Town Hall 11, that's basically the hype there was for Town Hall 10, so that was a pretty epic update. Number 18 on our list, I really hope I didn't lose count, but I'm pretty sure we're at 18, is of course version 5.172, and this is another big update that plays a role nowadays, and you guys would probably cry if you didn't have it. Heroes Abilities. This was released in January of 2014, yeah, kind of a throwback, but without my Archer Queen's ability, I probably would have lost about 900 war raids, and without my hero's ability, farming would be a complete pain when I forget to train troops. So basically, these guys are pretty important. And finally, this one is pretty big. It wasn't the biggest, but it was huge, because it plays such a big role in clans themselves nowadays. You see, Clash of Clans had this name for so long, Clash of Clans, and yet you couldn't attack other clans, so everyone always questioned, like, why is this game named this? Shouldn't it be like named Clash of Players or something along those lines? But eventually, with version 6.56.1 released on the 9th of April, yeah, it's been a while, of 2014, Clan Wars came out, and all of a sudden we could attack other clans, and that was a huge thing. At first it was kind of confusing, but to tell the truth, they released it very well, and even though it was a little confusing, people caught on, and of course you had your clan members to help you out. So number 20, I really don't want to say this, but the worst Clash of Clans YouTuber in probably history will be known as MasterOv. Now, before you hate on me, hear me out. So of course MasterOv is still a decent YouTuber, and what he does is pretty solid, but what he did is not pretty solid, especially since Ion Clash runs on this like series of ethics on which I keep things as like open to you guys as possible. But this guy, good old MasterOv, decided that he wants to get views faster than anyone else, and he pulled it off. He pulled it off very well. He managed to get more views and subscribers in 1 year than any other Clash of Clans YouTuber, and that led everyone else to believe. People like White Lightning HD, who actually figured it out and took a look at his channel, was like, what could he possibly be doing to get so many views, and why are my views rapidly decreasing? Why is my sub count the arrow pointing down instead of up? What's going on here? They eventually did call him out, and this was a huge drama a little bit back, and basically MasterOv was accused of meta tagging and messing around with the YouTube system. Meta tagging is, believe it or not, very simple. You leave your tags in the description instead of in your tag spot, which of course goes against YouTube rules, and that goes against every policy ever. His account actually was banned for a little bit, but he requested his, I don't know what he's connected to, full screen or whatever, to get it back from YouTube and all that good stuff. But then Supercell got involved. Things got pretty heated. Supercell said that if he ever posts a Clash of Clans YouTube video ever again, they will literally sue him for copyright, and that kind of has to do with Xmod, it kind of has to do with him messing around with views, and it kind of has to do with him completely messing around with the YouTube community a little bit back. I'm spending too much time on him, but I just want to show you that since that happened, he never did post another Clash of Clans video. He still has his old vids with the whole gem hacks and all that stuff, but as you can see, nothing. He's been playing random games, and he showed off his house, and yeah, that's him. So, congrats. I do not like you. Finally, the highest player in Clash of Clans, which is number 21 on our list, is known as Brandon Clash of Clans. Now, I really like his channel, but he posts way too much, so unfortunately I kind of had to unsubscribe from him. Very sorry, Brandon. I love you, but he's the highest level player in Clash of Clans. I believe as we speak, he is a level 307. He donated over, I think it was like 400 million troops or something along those lines, some crazy amount, or 400,000, I have no clue, but it was some amazing amount of troops that he donated, and he managed to get all the way up. Then he started a Clash of Clans YouTube, and about the same time as me, but he's got 50,000 and I've got 20,000. So basically, if you're a high level Clash of Clans player and post about, oh I don't know, 19 times a day, and want to actually watch that, feel free to go subscribe to him. I'm going to leave you guys on that happy note, and those are my 21 facts about Clash of Clans, some of them from my knowledge, others from the internet itself. I unfortunately can't tell you guys how much Supercell makes without doing a little bit of research. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like to hopefully a pretty solid video. Thank you guys for watching. This is going to be me logging off.